Bullying can affect anyone, but some individuals may be more vulnerable to becoming victims. Its long-term effects can be devastating, leaving emotional scars that impact mental and physical health.
All right, so ladies,
In this feature, Winsome Heron-Ferron, a senior lecturer and a member of the Behavioral Sciences Department at Michael University College, offers an in-depth perspective on bullying, its causes, signs, and consequences. Before we get started, here's a clear working definition to consider. Bullying is a psychological mechanism involving power imbalance and aggression where individuals or groups target others to assert control or cause harm in social contexts.
I must just emphasize that bullying has to do with power and aggression. The fact that it is social, it means that every sphere of our interaction with others, our primary socialization at home. Can we start it there? So it begins in our interaction with those in our immediate spaces, our families, how we are treated by parents, by siblings. So a person may develop a sense of being bullied or being a bully from their own interaction in those primary spaces. So, and it is also fostered and maintained through our interaction then at school. So when you go to school, there are others who might be like your parents, teachers, like your siblings, other classmates, who would then, perpetuate this kind of behavior. It is not limited to class. It has to do with your interaction. So parents who are of the upper class, they can be insensitive to their child's needs. And because they're insensitive to their child's needs, the child may develop a sense that, I am not really valued. It can happen in the lower class. A parent may not have the means, but they're also insensitive to the child's needs. And so that child will either seek to have that need satisfied in another way, or they will look to others to satisfy such a need. We can have bullying physically, in terms of hitting, biting, spitting, shoving, that kind of stuff. We can also have one of significant concern now, and that is cyberbullying. So this is where we send messages and we share images and we share information in the electronic space that is harmful, and it's targeted at a particular individual. In a school setting where we socially isolate others, we don't want to be their friends, they don't want to talk to them, they leave them out of things, that is also a form of bullying. So it's intentionally causing harm or hurt to someone else.
It's important to note that both bullies and victims display distinct behaviors. Bullies tend to be confident, assertive, and socially popular, often displaying leadership qualities.
They're also emotionally advanced because they understand their own emotions. They do. And so when it comes to the perpetrator, they are usually confident. They are usually the kinds of people who believe that, I can do this, and they're also very aggressive. On the part of the victim, however, we can see where the victims tend to be less vocal. They tend to be more reserved. They tend to also display esteem challenges. So their sense of self, in terms of valuing self, they may have lower self-esteem than others. They may also be behave in a way that says that they they're not assertive, so they are easily led.
But here's the debilitating phenomenon. The effects of bullying can last long beyond school years. For perpetrators, untreated aggression can lead to difficulties in adulthood, especially in the workplace. Similarly, victims may carry emotional scars into their professional lives.
On the part of the perpetrator, that if they are not treated, if they don't get the help with it, they are going to become adults who are aggressive and power-seeking. And some of them, they may not get jobs. Or if they get jobs, they're not going to last very long in it, because they're going to carry that same drive for power and that aggressive, running over everybody attitude into the workplace. On the part of the victims, again, it is detrimental, because the long-term effect of it is you become so docile and so reserved that you don't use your initiative. You don't have a sense of, I can do this in the workplace. And every workplace needs persons who are able to use their initiative and to grow the business. So if you're coming into the space as a victim and you carry that persona with you, then again, you're not going to have a job for long. Or if you have a job, you're not going to be effective in your role.
In addition, some victims may later become perpetrators, using aggression to regain a sense of power. These individuals are known as bully victims.
They were the victims of bullying. And what do? They turn around and they bully others. So out of their own sense of failure as an individual, so to speak, they then try to assert this kind of power and aggression towards others. And then we now have this group of bully victims.
How do we break the cycle?
We would want for them to become assertive, to stand up and say, no, I have a right. No, I am not going to do this. So we want them to become more assertive. We do not want them to become aggressive.
Here's the truth. Bullying is a complex issue shaped by personal and societal factors. If you've been bullied, it doesn't define you. Seek support from trusted individuals or professionals to heal. As we conclude this chapter, it's important to emphasize that fostering assertiveness and promoting healthy interactions can help schools and families reduce bullying and its long-term effects.